Hi, it's Jill from Jilly Bean Studio. Welcome to the channel where I share junk journaling and art journaling, projects, and ideas. In today's video, I'm going to share a couple of the prompts from the Winter Journal Challenge, which is hosted by Kia at Kia Creates. The way this is set up is there are collaborators for the whole month. I'm working in my flip over journal, by the way. I'll tell you a little bit more about that in a minute. And there is a collaborator for each day. However, the prompts are spread out over a few days, and I really love that. That exactly fits sort of my journal habit. I'm jumping right in here with very inky fingers, by the way, oh my goodness, to one of my favorite things, which is to doodle and draw. So I started out my title page at the beginning of the week with this holiday cheer deer, and then I went in with a little bit of colored pencil and set up the prompts on the left with a little bit of a pocket. One of the things I decided I would do to have a little bit more fun, a little bit more journal play this month, is to use this idea of a holiday theme with nostalgia, but also some nostalgic art supplies. So for me, nostalgic art supplies are things that I would have used with my kiddos when they were little, and maybe still have in the house when other littles come and hang out and visit with us. So those dimensional paints I've been using on the right hand side, and I started the first spread for the title page that way. I also used some distressed oxide in the vintage photo and a guest check to make a little gingerbread style home for my little gnome there. This really nice, thick, washi style, or it's really like a sticker back tape I use for the door and also to reinforce the hump in the comp notebook because it is a flip over journal. I used it in November and then I've turned it upside down and am using the pages going now towards the middle in December. These, by the way, are my free printables available in my Ko-fi app. Got the gnome theme going, as you can see, and I'll link that below. I'm going to get going with the Journal with Me for the second set of prompts, Winter Wish List. And I'm going to start out by tearing apart a Tim Holtz window and make it into a door. I tend to bulk up my journals all the time, but this is one opportunity where the Tim Holtz layers of that paper you can easily tear. So I'm going to tear that down, reduce the bulk just a little bit. And I'm thinking about keeping a really sort of low-key, sort of, again, this nostalgic, cozy checklist of a few things for this particular prompt. A bunch of different things to be aware of for this whole challenge is Kia has a Patreon with the free prompt list and some really cute printables. So check that out. And also the collaborator list she links. And I've already checked out the first few collaborators. Amy at Doki Doki Forest did an adorable squirrel to start off the challenge on day one. And she also inspired me with the flip over journal because I saw hers in October, which she did for Kia's Halloween and October journal challenge. So loving that. I also recently saw Susie's Adventure and Tiffany Sharp's videos. So there's just so much, I think, every day to be inspired by. And I would also love to know what you're doing in your journals. What are you being inspired by? Please leave a comment below. I think it's it's the season of sharing, the season of giving. And that's one thing I really enjoy about this whole journaling community is the inspiration and the ideas. And it comes from challenges like this, and it just comes from all different people sharing their art and their ideas in videos or on Instagram. So just really grateful and appreciating all of that. I think I'm going to go with a tacky glue to get this adhered to the index card. And think about my list. Gonna continue to work outside of the journal because I'm using, again, that dimensional paint. So I think that's the direction I'm gonna go with this wreath I wanna put on the door. And the drying time, it takes, I'm not sure, but I mean, you definitely have to give it a good, I would say a half hour if you're really globbing it on the way that I have been globbing it on like cookie icing. All right, another kid supply, these quick sticks. Nope, this is not gonna work, friends. This quick stick, oh, my gold is dried out. All right, journaling tip, remember to put your caps on tight. We'll just go with silver today then. I'm gonna do some hand lettering. That's something I want to do. I've always done in my journals, but I want to do more of. I'm thinking about that in 2025. And the first thing on my list is a movie night. I haven't really settled in for one lately, and I've been enjoying YouTube videos and all the other things, but I think a movie night sounds good. I live in New England. We actually, as of this taping, just got a couple inches of snow. So it's the perfect time to cozy in. Gonna keep this wish list simple. Things I know I will accomplish. A sweet treat for sure. Making and eating. Playing with a few types of pens. So that green one was a Tombow brush marker. The top one was also, I think, a Tombow. Is it the Fudenosuke, I believe? Loving these Uniball Signo gel pens. I have them in both gold and in white. I use them all the time. Okay, I think this is pretty good. I have room for one more. Gonna grab, I think, a different color. I'm gonna look for a red. Let's see what I have here. And now, no. Peace, love, and hot chocolate is good, friends. But yes, here we go. So here is the red micron. Another great thing I always find with these challenges is I dig around in my stash and use things I haven't used for a while. The quick sticks. I don't know when the last time I used a red micron. I'm going to do a quick template with this washi tape for a wreath. And go in with the glob technique. To make a little bit of a metallic wreath. I probably will have to do a couple applications because it is really thick. The paint also with this dimensional temper paint flattens out a little bit. It doesn't stay puffy like some of the puffier paints. I know there's kind of all different ways they are configured, but this sort of flattens out at the end, and I think I'm just gonna wait. Winter Journal Challenge wish list, I think, is pretty much on its way to being complete. I'm going to finish it up with the little gnome in the green hat after all this dries. So thanks so much for stopping by the channel. I really appreciate you being here. Love to know more about your winter journaling. Check out Kia Creates and also the hashtag on Instagram @InspiringJournals. And I really appreciate you being here and look forward to seeing you in the next video.